everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fango, here to review the final episode of Steins Gate 0, episode 23. Was this worth it? For me, not really. This part of Steins Gate, I understand why it exists. It's to explain stuff that we didn't quite know about, but I didn't really feel like I needed to see this journey per se. I feel like you don't really need to see this to understand the first Steins Gate. The first Steins Gate is so well done, but this one felt lackluster in some aspects, and I don't know, it just is not as good as the original, and I knew nothing could be as good as the original Steins Gate, but I feel like this didn't really need to exist per se, because I was like, yeah, he's gonna do the thing in the end, and he did it. Yay. But the journey to get there, I guess I didn't care that much for it, because it was like, we know he succeeds and stuff, but the journey to get there just, I guess, didn't intrigue me all that much per se. So overall rating for this, I'd probably give it a 7, because I would give the original Steins Gate like a 10 out of 10. Like, that's beautiful, it's great, but this one is just not. It's not good. I don't think it's that good. I really don't. And I feel like a lot of people are going to hate me for saying that. But if you look at it, it's a journey that you don't necessarily have to see to enjoy the original Steins Gate. Because this was made so much longer after the fact of the original Steins Gate. And everyone was like, okay, cool, it has a good ending. And I never really saw anyone being like, oh, what happened between this and this, or what happened if this happened, because this is kind of a alternate timeline sort of kind of thing. And it's like, I feel like it was just, because this is based off they made a sequel to the sequel, this being taking place, but, of the visual novel, and I feel like that was just kind of a cash grab. Like, they're like, oh, we can come with this really interesting story, but we also want more money, so. And that's probably not the same with the anime. The anime was like, oh, let's do this. Well, they probably did, for money as well. But I don't know. I just feel like it just didn't need to exist, really. If I could go back in a time machine and make this not exist, I probably would, because nothing can live up to the original Steins Gate. If you try to make, it's not a season 2. It kind of is, but it's kind of not. But, it's not. It didn't need to exist. I don't personally think it did, because, some aspects were interesting, but others, like the Kagedi thing, and, the Mayuri thing was kind of okay, but I don't know, it's just kind of, like, as this dragged on for 23 episodes, I found myself getting really bored, because I'm like, okay, I don't care, but I gotta say, the ending of the episode, though, with, like, the future 2025 Okabe going in the time machine and going to wherever the heck the Suzuha and Mayuri ended up, which looked like this planet and stuff in space, and what planet is that? Like, or asteroid? I don't know, because it looked like such a small space. I know they're in freaking space, but, like, shouldn't they be, losing oxygen and, dying? But whatever, man, But if I was to tell anyone to watch Steins Gate, I'd be like, watch the original. But if you really want to know what happens for, like, this kind of thing, then I guess you can go watch this one, but I would not recommend it. I'd be like, you can watch the original Steins Gate, and you're good. You don't really necessarily have to go back and watch this one, or go and watch this one, because it's just, it doesn't have, I feel like it also doesn't have a lot of the charm that the original Steins Gate has, because Steins Gate is depressing, don't get me wrong, but this one was, like, way more depressing, because Okabe spends almost half the entire series being like, I'm not Hyoin Kyoma anymore, I'm boring now, so I don't know. His character in this one didn't really intrigue me until he actually, was like, I'm Hyoin Kyoma again, so, but anyway, that's pretty much all my thoughts on the ending of Steins Gate 0. Something that I don't think you necessarily need to watch to enjoy the full story of Steins Gate, but, it had its moments of being decent, at least. The Amadeus thing, the AI Kurisu, but we never, I think the original Steins Gate is so much better than this one. It's just not worth it. I feel like I've kind of wasted some of my time with it just a bit because I'm like, yeah, okay, so. What did you guys think of Steins Gate Zero? What overall rating would you give it? Do you think you should watch it if you watch the original and then go watch this one? What do you think about all that? And what you think of the ending? And I'll see you guys in whatever I review next. Bye!